Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. And guys, there we have. We have another big fight out of the way. And Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Devin Haney winning by unanimous decision. There's a lot of debate online who won this fight. A lot of people think Lomachenko was robbed. Lomachenko should have won the fight. What I want to say is I think the fight was a very close fight. All the Haney fanboys that were saying that, South Central, wherever, who always comes on my channel seems to slate me, was saying that, look, Haney's going to school him, this, that, and the other. I mean, you were talking rubbish, being a... You know what? I'm really starting to find this sport very toxic at this point. I'm really starting to find this sport very toxic. There's so many boxing fans out there. Even the guys that are boxed, even the professional fighters, the analysts. There's too many people that are attached to this sport that have an agenda. There's many British people that wanted to see Lomachenko win. Probably maybe because of the comments that Haney made a long time ago. And there was many people supporting Lomachenko and they're saying it's a robbery. That wasn't a robbery. I personally think that maybe Loma, it could have been a draw. I think probably would have been a fair result, a draw. But one thing I've noticed, the Haney fanboys are coming out and say, yeah, Haney won that fight completely. Like, this is a proper toxic sport. People don't even say what they see. It's agenda driven. It's biased. It's what frustrates me about this sport is that people don't even give their opinion on what they see. This sport is becoming so toxic. We don't get the fights that we want to see. They don't fight each other. When they do fight each other, we get so much controversy. We get the fans of fighters, fanboys, coming out and saying, if a fight's close, their fighter, the one that they've got, they're supporting, they're saying, oh, that's bias. The judges are biased. Look, I've said it as well, but when I come out and say robbery, I'll say it for a fight that I know that is rubbish. Like when it was Catrell or Taylor, that was rubbish. That needs to be called out. Because what you can't do is you can't rob people in this sport. It's too dangerous. It's unfair. You need to be fair in this type of sport. These guys go in there, blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of preparation, a lot of hard work, a lot goes in there. You can't rob fighters. So that's why I get very emotional about it. But this was not a robbery. This was a very close fight, which, like I said, probably the fair result would have been a draw. But some of you are going to come out, Lomachenko fans are going to see, he's Lomo got robbed, this, that, the other. Or Devin Haney fan, oh, you're a casual, you don't know shit, this, that, the other. Haney won that fight. That's because a lot of you guys have an agenda. You have a horse in a race. You don't call things fairly. And this is why the sport's becoming so toxic, because we have fans that are not boxing fans. You're fans of a particular fighter. And that sways your opinion. I'm a Canelo fan. I like Canelo. I like Amir Khan. If they were to lose a fight, I'd call it how it is. I don't give a crap. Canelo lost to Bivol. I believe he loses to him again. I call it how it is. I call it how it is. There's no agenda driven with me. But the problem is this sport's become so toxic where you see all these people online talking nonsense, they're not giving their opinions, they're giving on what they wanted to see happen and it didn't happen. Even if you look at the CompuBox stats, they're close. And CompuBox stats, just because Lomachenko's stats, he landed 24 more punches, he could have landed 20 more punches in one round. Those don't mean crap. Even the guys, the boxers, the guys that are boxed, like Paulie Malignaggi, for example. I was watching him. I love Paulie Malignaggi. I think he's a brain box, but we all know that Paulie Malignaggi and Devin Haney had back and forth. And I saw him on a Pro Box interview. Literally couldn't even say anything positive about Devin Haney. So clearly he wanted Lomachenko to win. So listening to him, how are we going to expect him to give a fair opinion? Even though, like I said, Paulie Malignaggi is like, I love listening to Paulie Malignaggi. He's a great boxing mind. But he literally didn't say anything positive about Devin Haney. I mean, he literally said that, like, yeah, he literally didn't say hardly anything when I was listening to his interview when he was doing a pro box before the fight. He literally gave Haney like, oh, Haney's this, Haney's one-dimensional, he's this, he's that. I mean, clearly he was speaking at a place where he doesn't like Devin Haney. Clearly. He didn't like. So what I'm saying is even fighters, even guys that have boxed are like this. You can imagine, forget the fans, the guys that are boxed have agendas. You know, commentaries, I listen to commentaries and they bloody have agendas. They're so bloody biased. They seem like they're rooting for a fire. It's just embarrassing. Like the commentary, like yesterday when I was listening to Cameron and Katie Taylor, I felt like they've seemed a little, even though don't get me wrong, they had Cameron winning, but I thought she was winning more comfortably. But it felt like that even commentate, like, it's just pathetic, man. It's pathetic. You know, we as boxing fans, the public, how can we be like that? How can we be like, oh, we want Lomachenko to win, so we're just gonna call? No, we're boxing fans. We're the public. We should be saying it how it is. And boxing is very subjective. I get it. The problem I have, and it's not the subjective. I know people that are calling it and maybe thought Lomachenko legitimately won. That's fair. But there's people that I know that are not saying that because they believe that. They're saying that because that's what they wanted to happen and they're pissed off they didn't. Because of some comments Devin Haney made. The same way the Haney fanboys, they're going to say, we told you Haney was going to win. We told you Haney was going to school Loma. We told you Haney was better than Loma. When really, there was nothing in that fight. There was nothing in that fight. To say it's a robbery is embarrassing. There was nothing in that fight. Now, do I think their scorecards were terrible? Yes. They were terrible. They were too wide. For me, it should have been a draw. But people shouting robbery. Unbelievable. I mean, nowadays, close fights are robberies. Are we honestly saying there that wasn't a close fight? Because that's a robbery. Like Jack Cattrall v. Taylor for me was a robbery. That was not a close fight. That was not a close fight. This was a close fight. That I think should have been a draw. Maybe Lomachenko, if anyone was going to get it, maybe Lomachenko should have probably nicked it. But to sit here and say that it was a robbery, I mean, where are we getting all of this crap from? You know, Lomachenko, and here's the problem that I have with Loma. Loma's, again, great fighter. And this is why I look at people like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather he made great fighters look ordinary. He separated himself. As soon as Lomachenko stepped up to a weight class, that's a little, the guys are bigger than him. And the guys are skilled, very skilled, probably the most skilled fighters he's fighting. He's now having close decisions. Even in his last fight, he had a tough fight. Against Teofimo Lopez, he had a very close fight. Now against Devin Haney, he's having a close fight. So what that tells you is this guy's reached his limit now. He's fighting guys at this division that are very good. He can't separate himself from those guys. He can't separate himself from those guys. He is what he is. He is what he is. He can't separate himself. I mean, Mayweather beat Canelo. He beat Canelo, didn't he? Quite comfortably. At the same age as what Haney is. And for me, Canelo's a better fighter, even at 23, than what Haney was. People may disagree. Mayweather made him look ordinary in that fight. And this is why when a lot of people come on my channel and criticize Floyd, people don't realize how good Mayweather was. To compare Mayweather or Haney, to compare Haney to Mayweather, it's embarrassing. It's people, like a lot of you guys, again, this is what I find toxic about boxing. You guys don't like Mayweather because of his personality. You don't like Mayweather for that reason. A lot of you. But you can't accept that the man was great. When you compare Mayweather to Loma, to any of these guys, Mayweather made great fights. I don't care if you say picking and choosing. That's another fucking agenda-driven nonsense. Mayweather made great fighters look ordinary. I don't care if they were past their prime. I don't care if they were whatever. They were too green or whatever. He made them look ordinary. Lomachenko can't do that. Guys that and Mayweather was fighting guys that were bigger than him and made them look ordinary. Lomachenko can't do that. And that's the difference. That's a gulf in class. Now, Lomachenko, like I said, he maybe deserved to nick this fight. But what I'm saying is he's struggling. He's not finding it. He's not able to separate himself like Floyd was. That's why neither Haney for me he's a deep good fighter. I'm not a big fan of Haney. I don't think Haney's something special or he's the next big thing like people make him out to be. He's done well. He's done well so far. Like, for me, Shakur Stevenson probably beats him. But everybody keeps saying Haney. I mean, I'm not that, like, to be honest, I'm not that high on him. To be honest with you. Lomachenko's great. He's had a great, but for me, Lomachenko, again, he's no Floyd. He's no Floyd. His performances will tell you he's not Floyd. There's only one Floyd. There's only one Pacquiao. You know, and for me, that fight was a close fight. It was a good fight. You could probably say Haney nicked a couple of the early rounds, and Lomachenko came on strong mid to late on, and Lomachenko was at points in that fight. You know, you could say he was on top massively. But for me, Lomachenko against the real top fighters at this weight division, he's struggling. He's not finding it easy. Like he made Rigondeaux quit. Made Walters quit. But he can't do that with these guys. So that tells you is that the weight class and the skill level, not just that, not just the weight class, the skill level of these guys are troubling him as well. So as great as Lomachenko is, for me, Lomachenko, I feel sorry for him at the same time because he wanted so badly to be undisputed, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to drop for him. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen for him. And unfortunately, I think Lomachenko, I would like to see him against Tank, you know. But again, even that fight would be tough for Lomachenko. I would like to see Lomachenko against Shakur. But I think now Lomachenko might be just... he might be fizzled out now. Because I think, really, if you look at it, Lomachenko's old. I still think he'll be there. But I think if they can't make the Haney-Shakur fight, then probably a fight between Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson will probably come off. But yeah, I looked at that fight and I thought it was a razor-thin fight. I think both guys did well. I think both guys put it on the line. And I think it should have probably, the fair result would have been a draw. I think no one would have been unhappy if it got called a draw. But a robbery certainly wasn't. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.